just made some egg fried rice. I'll show you step by step how to get this done. So yummy, so tasty. Let's do this. All right, let's go over all our ingredients. We have our olive oil. We've got our day-old rice. We've got our green onion, black pepper, some of that salt, and those are our carrots, which I'm going to dice up into small little cubes. I might only use one, but hey, I'm going to get happy and want to use two. We got our onions. I'm going to do about half of this. The bell pepper, same thing, half of this as well too. Oyster sauce, lemon juice to give you a little kick. You don't have to put it in here, but I like to put it in. And you got our soy sauce, and you want to use it, not a lot of it. And then of course, you got your canned peas. You can, all of this can be frozen stuff, but I like mine fresh. So that's the reason why I'm going in that with that. So let's go ahead and start dicing up these vegetables, starting with our carrots. So before I start to peel my carrots, I'm going to put on some parchment paper to make my life a lot easier for the cleanup. So we're going to start peeling those, get the skin off. And why, I already told you the why me doing it this way instead of taking the frozen ones. I just like fresh. You know, it's just so much easier. No, so much tastier. The frozen one is a lot easier, but this is, I think it gives a better taste to it. Get these peeled up. I've just peeled those. Now let's roll up our paper. And that's why I use parchment paper. I can just put that aside. And now I can start dicing this up. Cut those down the middle. Want those to be cut, turn it around, cut the other side, and I'm gonna come straight down the middle again, then start to dice these into smaller pieces, so when you are eating those, they're not chunking, they just be chunky. They cook down much easier, as I said, so you can chunk on them. Be an enjoyable meal with them being that small. Let's transfer this to a plate. Now our onion, remember I was going to use half. Remember we need it small, so we're going to dice up this side here. We got to cut it down. Put those onto the plate. Now let's get our green pepper. And do the same thing. We want to dice it up. I already went ahead and took out all of that in there, so you don't have all the seeds splattering everywhere. Because our rice is already cooked, it's not going to be a very long process. It's just gonna be a couple minutes of cutting these down. I mean, cooking them down, not cutting them down. We're cutting them down now. And that's that. Now last, let's go ahead and get our green onions done. Chop these up nice and neat. And some of this I'm gonna put on the top to kind of give us a little decoration, of course. Cutting those down. Like I said, some of this here I'm gonna do to give you that money shot, that clean look. The beauty of green onions. Scoop this up, put it on the plate. Let's go ahead and put in our oil. Let our pan heat up. I'm using that olive oil. So, next thing we want to do is scramble our eggs. I'm going to scramble 4 of these here. Now let's put in our salt. A generous pinch of salt, because we're going to need that also throughout the fry. Lower the temperature just a little bit. That's what you want. Scramble our eggs first. Now, one of the tools I like to use to scramble my eggs is a tongue, because it have this action where it's separated. You can break up the egg a lot easier that way. So as it cooks, I can break up that egg into those smaller parts. Finish up scrambling these eggs. Got a little bit of brown on it, that's okay. Put it on our plate right next to us. Put that back onto the heat. Bring back in our oil. And our heat is on high. And we're gonna keep put in our veggies now that we chopped up. We're gonna cook those down. All right, let those cook down. Aren't those beautiful? And the smell is amazing as well too. Now, some of you don't do this, but I add in some lime juice just for a little bit of a citrusy taste. All right, and you can hear it cooking now. We want those to kind of soften a little bit. Don't have to be a lot, but we're gonna cook it down until they are soft. Stirring that around to cook down our veggies. Like I said, we want these to be soft, so when you crunch on those, not too hard, because the rice is already cooked. So we don't need to cook the rice. The rice is a day old, so all we're doing here is cooking this down. I'm gonna put in the peas next, but first, before I do that, let's put in some of that salt again. We don't want it bland, we want it seasoned. Put in some black pepper. And you'll see all of this down in the description or on my blog. So don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for cooking along with me. Let's put in some oyster sauce into there. Good amount of it, because I want that taste to be in there. I'll add in a little bit more when I put in the rice, which will be next. Just want that taste to already be in there. Now the soy sauce, I'll put it in with the rice. It's time for our rice to get in there. Put our rice in there. Okay. Beautiful. Our rice is in there. We have it cooking around. All right, looking beautiful. That's what we want. That's the look we're going for. And it is smelling amazing. Now let's go ahead and add in our eggs. Just beautiful. And also, we're gonna add in our peas at this time. These are soft canned peas, so they're not gonna be, they don't need to be in there very long to cook. You let those cook down. Now let's add in our soy sauce, because remember, this is not low sodium, so you don't want too much of this. So there's our soy sauce. Cook that down. All right, we're gonna finish cook this down. I've lowered the heat and we're pretty much done. Just gonna do a little bit more. Get this off of the edges here. Let's go ahead and plate it up and do a taste test. All right, time for that taste test. Look how nice that turned out. Nice and tender, beautiful look. As you know, you get the first bite, I get the second. That's all amazing. All right, you know what to do. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Remember to check out my next video, probably somewhere around here. I'll check you on the next one.